So now let's look at this one here. So here we have negative 8x plus 2y equals 6. We have more than one variable, so we do need to read the instructions. This says solve for y. So there's y there. So now on our equal sign, we notice that it's solved for y, so we're going to have y equals and then what it equals over here. And it's not going to be just a number because we have more than one variable here. We're literal equations is what it's called, or changing the subject, or solve for a variable, rewrite a formula. So here we go. So we want y all by itself here, equals, and then the rest here. So in other words, we don't want this negative 8x here or this 2 here. We just want just y, okay? So we start with the add, subtract type ones there. So here we have a negative 8x. We don't want negative 8x, so we're going to do the opposite of that, and that's going to be a plus 8x. So when we do a plus 8x to both sides, check it out. Negative 8x plus 8x, there's no more x's there, just the 2y on the left side. Now for the right-hand side, here we have 6 plus 8x. They're different terms, so we can't actually add them together. So we leave them separated-ish, okay? So in this case here, we'd have 8x plus 6. Now check it out. If you wrote down 6 plus 8x mathematically, you would not be incorrect. However, in math, it's normally better to write the variable parts first and then the constant parts second, or terms, okay? So this one is just more correct, although 6 plus 8x is not incorrect. All right, so next up, we have a 2y here. We don't want the 2 there anymore. 2 is being multiplied by y, so we're going to undo that with a divide by 2 to both sides. Okay, so here we have 2 over 2 just makes 1 y, so that part's done. Now this part over here might look a little bit confusing. You can also write it like this, or think of it like that. Okay, either way, that 2 is being divided to both terms, the 8x and the 6. Okay, so here we go. We can do 8x divided by 2. Well, 8 divided by 2, that makes 4, or 4x. And then 6 divided by 2, that's going to make a plus or positive 3. And there we go. So y equals 4x plus 3. And that's this top equation solved for y. Another one that's being asked to solve for y. Go ahead and pause the video, try this one out on your own, then come on back and see how you did. So here we go, solving for y. So there's y right there, which means at the bottom of our work, we're going to want y equals and then the answer here, the blank, okay? Or what it equals, okay? So we don't want any x's there, or the 5, or the negative 3, okay? So we're going to undo this 5x with a minus 5x to both sides. And then we'll have, check it out, 5x minus 5x, no more x's on the left, just the negative 3y. Then the equal sign, and here we have 6 minus 5x. You can write 6 minus 5x. It is more mathematically, it's more correct. It's mathematically the same, but it's more correct to write negative 5x plus 6. We normally write the x part first, then the x part first, and then the constant term second. Next up, we notice we have negative 3 being multiplied to y, so undo that with a divide by negative 3 to both sides. Negative 3 over negative 3, that makes 1y right there. Now this left-hand side, a little bit complicated here, but this negative 3 is being divided into both terms, the negative 5x and the 6, okay? So here we go. We'll just look at the negative 3 and the negative 5x here. So we have a negative 5 over a negative 3. Negative divided by negative is positive, and 3 doesn't divide evenly into 5, so we just leave it as a fraction, 5/3, and then the x. Okay, now this other part here, positive divided by negative, so we got a positive 6 divided by negative 3, so that's going to be a negative. Positive divided by negative is negative, or minus in this case here, and then 6 divided by 3 makes 2. Okay, so here we are. We started with 5x minus 3y equals 6. We solve for y, so y equals 5/3 x minus 2.